Leopard just being a team that didn't have to play throughout the first week of finals, but the second week of finals, so they were the big dogs in their group, and then Bleedout's prevailing through after finishing second in their group stage, were able to beat, I believe, Shinto last week to kind of advance throughout these finals. So who will be meeting, I think it is Lyris and Marine the next week. We have yet to find out. If it is Leopard, then there might be some animosity there, some good old banter with the boys being from NEA, but nevertheless, it's going to be unknown first up. It's going to be JD on the unknown, followed by M, followed by A71, Mo, and Gary off the top of my head. I wasn't looking at the screen just then, but that does seem to be your survivor lineup. Nevertheless, loading in, we'll be seeing JD spawn all the way over at this 7th side of the map and going all the way down to the top side now where have the survivor spawn. You would have... Oh, there's a fat shame there, so hopefully nobody abuses that. I mean, that will spell problems if they do. Hopefully they know the rules, but... it does seem the survivors had spawn over at the one side as we do throw a UVX over towards the side of, I believe that was our Jake. I didn't really get too much of a good glimpse there. We have court side of Mo, and we're going to be chasing him all the way over at 1 now. Going to be using this jungle gym nice and early. Going to be playing very patiently, and Mo's playing it very nicely, not being able to vault that back into the killer. That would have been detrimental. We do get the alert proc, which has kind of saved us from being mind gamed there at the jungle gym, and now we're going to be running away and taking chase all the way down into the main building. Head-on is set up already as well, and I don't think JD's going to expect it. 1, 2, 3, bam, and Gary's going to be dropping that cracker, running back up to the top of main, and we're still without a tag at the moment. It's looking pretty excruciatingly painful for our killer here, straight off the rip, Fizz.
Yeah, I mean, JD's struggling a little bit to get that first tag, but we do see it come through, finally getting that UV tag onto Murray and the TP back onto the little clone, and we're just going to be trying to take this chase and go die corner. Very good chase. We got a good progress on these generators, 1 in Shack and 1, I think that's like mid 6-ish, and then we got the double going on. That head-on was chef's kiss, already set up, ready to go. Jake was kind of hiding in that locker from the very beginning, so he was ready to take that for the team. Now they're going to try and pump this generator, hopefully get it before the pain res comes through, but no, unfortunately they do not. The pain res coming through, just stopping that that Shack generator from popping. Unfortunately, JD is going to be trying to snipe whoever's on this generator over in the mid of the map. Not quite getting that UV tag onto them just yet. Going to try to go for another shot. Do they get it? Oh, we get the tag. Very nice. That's what you want. You kind of want to tag people out with that UV. Applying a bit of eruption onto that generator. Now, dare say we're going to go back, just check our hook, drop a little bit of a clone poop there, and see who's going to come in for the save, because we did see that generator Shack get popped, so we know that someone's going to be working on this gen here. Oh, and we got a nice tag. Not being able to see where JD's going to be shooting from, and we just got to sit on it anyway. Maybe JD can go for another one, and we see that M come in for the save, gets that unhook. We do get a free tag there from the unhook. We get the UV tag onto Mo. Mo's just holding W through main, trying to get to safety here, but this main is pretty dicey. You know, there's a lot of walls that the unknown can kind of backshot off of, so it's a very, very good spot. And oh my god, we just get absolutely clapped, sniped. We see the eruption proc off there. We might be able to get a snipe onto this ace as well, but no, unfortunately it bounces off the locker. That is so unfortunate. We do have 2 inches survivors. There's this generator just absolutely pumping away. That eruption was perfect. And we have another generator in the background pumping as well. And that's the second hook onto Mo. That was such an unfortunate down there.
No, 100% a very good shot from JD, and that will be the second stage onto Mo, so 1 step close to the tunnel out. I mean, with the gen pressure, they're still able to come back from this, but we've been hooked on top of the generator on the side of Mo. So, you know, not having the game that he would have liked. Oh, and we get another, or almost another nice little pot shot over there onto our Jake Gary, who's going to be pre-leaving all the way down into the Shack. After taking this kick onto 7, we're going to follow up with that chase just a little bit, see if we can get a UVX tag of some sort, but dodging it nicely on the side of Gary. And now we're just going to play chicken amongst putting pressure on Gary off of 7, and then also protecting the hook in the process. And now Gary just going to be forcing this chase, eating this tag, going all the way down to 3, and we're not going to opt to chase that on the side of JD, who's going to teleport all the way back to our tunnel out here. Hopefully we can get Mo out as soon as possible. He is hit with the UVX once more and is going to be going down the cave, and there's not really much to go on here, unfortunately. And JD has dropped down the hole as well to cut him off, and Mo's going to be going down, and that is going to be your tunnel out, ladies and gentlemen, at 1 one gen done, so 4 generators remaining. A 3v1 at 4 gens remaining. It's definitely 4Kable from this spot. Arguably 4K2 if they're not able to really get a hold back onto things. But outs are looking pretty grim, I can't lie. JD's going to be teleporting back over to this bottom side as well now and going to be trying to cut off any pressure happening over at 7. And we're going to interrupt this generator here. That is done like 5 pistons pumping. That's crazy. He's just taking absolute control over this match, and he knows that the most highly progressed generators at the moment are 7 and mid 9, or mid 10 rather, somewhere around those lines, in the middle per se. But yeah, we are also pressing survivors off of even more generators over at the 3 side. They're not really able to do anything. They have to be extremely careful. At least they're not tagged. At least they're not injured. Sorry, they are tagged. 2 are tagged with the UVX at the moment. JD just kind of patrolling in the middle, but he will have to commit to something sooner or later, as you know, if he plays a little too cautiously, it can really bite him in the ass a little bit later on in the trial, and that will really facilitate the thought for out. So, I mean, we're just trying to get some nice little pot shots here, but we have caught out M just trying to dispel the teleportation of JD, and JD now getting another UVX tag. That's going to be M going down and out of the game at the moment. We're opting to slug and go all the way back down to 7, or no, we are going back for the pickup and slowing the game down just a little bit, as we do have access to pain resonance. That's going to slow the game down passively, and Gary does know this, and if he is the most highly progressed generator, it is A71, and we're not paying attention to the comms as well. What is happening, team? We really need to be on top of those. This is, we almost get the grab out of the locker, but the head-on coming in very nicely on the side of our Jake Gary there. He's going to be taking chase all the way back down to Shaq. A71, does he commit the generator, or does he go for the save preemptively? I think he's just going to try and commit that generator to make sure that it's done, but we are running into him on the side of Gary, and I just think that maybe we have to pre-leave this. Gary running back into the hook now, though, so there's no real reason to get off of 3, and A71 put in a position of what the fuck do you do at this point in time? Now he's gone for the unhook, but I think it's a little too late. Even if we managed to get it, I think it'll be a trade, and we've been fat shamed over at this little corner box here, opting not to use it as well. Very nice sportsmanship from the side of our survivor there, but yeah, this is just looking like 4K4 now, Fizz. I can't lie.
Don't give JD the I swear this is like the second 4K I've seen this guy do on the unknown. Look at these shots. He just knows the exact angles to go on. Just absolutely cooking these survivors right now. And oh my days. And look at the patience on this guy. And I was gonna say the little orbital that happened there. Nice little light play from here going over towards this pallet, but you know this pallet's a little dodgy. Once you have that UV infection on you, it kind of becomes hard to play around. You gotta play those 50-50s perfectly, but then we can just backshot off the top of it. 50-50 going for the swing, and we get them down. Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit is right, because like it's a 4K4 against Leopard. Like Leopard was one of the favorites to really go through to the finals, and you know, isn't a team that you'd really envision losing any sets, but I mean, we're 4K4. This means that I think it's Mo or someone who would be playing the unknown. I think it would be Mo from the roster that I'm seeing at the moment. Would have to get a 4K5 to win next match in this set. So, you know, it's looking really highly in favor on the side of Bleedout. So, you know, kudos to JD really putting the team on his back for this first set, setting up an amazing win con, and I just know his team will be happy with that one. But as we take the final hooks of these survivors into the trial, we'll be getting that game set up. What do you really do when you're chasing a 4K5 when you're on the unknown? Cry, because in all honesty, it is fairly difficult. You do have access to teleportation to make, you know, traversing through the map a little bit easier. The map is huge though, so obviously you wouldn't elect to slug at the beginning of the game. I don't really think you will be going for any pickups unless you can get access to a quick pain res and you know that it's been a quick chase. And you need a forced error on the survivors. You can't afford to really be having those chases that last 10,000 years. So I don't know. I have faith in Mo, but in all honesty, it is looking extremely grim. So he is going to be loading over at the top side now. So it is kind of the exact opposite from what we had seen last game when we saw the killer spawn bottom side. Arguably a worse spawn, so nevertheless, Mo going to be going all the way down to the 8 portion of the map, trying to get some UVX tags nice and quick. We do spot out. I believe this is our Jake player. No, this is our Nancy player, and it is Jazz who's going to be taking the first chase of this trial over around 11 here. Going to be opting to greet this pallet very nicely, and now running into the trail. Unfortunately, we all know what that's like, Fizz, and this is set up for a really bad first chase, unfortunately, on the side of Jazz. Going to have to make extremes amounts of distance, but careful that he doesn't get sniped. 3, 2, 1. The pot shot coming in from Mo. Going to be holding it very nicely. Not going to be... Oh, we do get it, though.
That was very unfortunate. Do we get a flashlight save in? No, there's no angle there. Unfortunately, that would have been insane if we got a little bit of a beam save there. Very, very early down, similar to the last match we just saw from JD, and we know where majority of the survivors are. We did see one of the perks get cleansed. I think that was Ruin, maybe. I don't know what the killer was running. I did not check. Yeah, we saw the Ruin get cleansed right off the bat as well, so that's a little unfortunate. We're down a perk. We do know where all the survivors are. We do have Jazz on the hook. That generator is still pumping away, though. Guys, they only need to pop 2 generators. Realistically, they can play as aggressive as they want. They can give away hooks. They don't necessarily, they don't necessarily have to play. They don't even have to play for this hook. Realistically, Jake could just go sit on a generator, get as much progress on these gens as they want. But Mo's just standing in front of it, trying to just pot shot these generators, get these survivors away. We do see the unhook coming in, a little bit of a fast unhook in my opinion. But you know what? He's got to play for a 4K5 to win this, and it's just a little bit impossible. We do see the TP cut off. Jazz trying to make it to that pallet. Does she make it to the pallet? She doesn't quite make it over the pallet. It's a very fast down. It's kind of looking like a little bit like what JD was going through, and I think we see Jake there in the background trying to go for a flashlight save. No, I'm just tripping. I'm seeing things. He's not there. I thought I saw a survivor. We do see Jake kind of playing around. Bandit, I should say, playing around for the flashlight save, but we have motors absolutely pumping, and that's exactly what I said. This is what these guys need to do. Just 2 split, 3 split generators, just pump him. You can literally let the first bro just sit on hook for as long as you want. You got to make Mo come to you if you just want to pump those 2 generators. We know there's a survivor working here. I'm pretty sure he knows there's someone working over towards 2. We do try and get those pot shots, but you're just not JD, mate. You're just not getting them. We see that pallet drop come through from 6 hard. 6 hard just playing super safe. Don't want to give away too much. Don't want to let Mo, have any type of lead. We know main generator was working as well. It's got a frick ton of progress here. We got JD just trying to dodge that UV, not quite dodging that UV. We do get the tag. We're going to kick this, apply a bit of eruption. It's not really much more that Mo can do. We see the FTP come in from the background. We're going to try and slow these generators down, maybe get a couple of pain resonance happening, but they're healthy survivors. We're kind of missing all that UV shots, so it's just very, very hard for Mo right now, and all those pistons are absolutely pumping. We need to get that down, get that eruption to proc off, and get one of those pain resonance on. And I don't know if you noticed, Hunter, but we didn't actually see a pain res come through from Jazz either. So we still got 4 pain res on the wall. We see 1 generator pop in the background. We only need to pop 1 more because we're currently at Tycon right now, and we're looking a little dicey here from the side of Leopard.
Yeah, you're definitely right, and I did manage to see that Jazz was never pain res and didn't actually get FTP in the process in the background. And Bandit just playing very aggressive this entire game, hasn't really touched the generator at all. It's going to be going down. Unfortunately, the eruption proc in the background happening, but Mo knows he needs to slug this if he is able to really interrupt that generator. And we do see our Nancy Cross in the background as well. And we're going to be opting to chase all the way down to the shack area of the map once more. Dodging it very nicely. This is our tunnel out though, so you'll definitely want this out of the game, but we do see that the last generator in the background had been procced underneath our nose, and that will be the win for Bleedout, already putting ahead in by 2 gens. So they win this set. They're ahead by 1 point rather, sorry. So now we're going to try to get this UV. We're still trying to get Jazz out of the game. This is still definitely doable, and this is still a good game put up by Mo. It's just unfortunate, really, that the win con was 4K3. I mean, sorry, 4K3, my God, it is 4K3 at the moment. It's unfortunate that the win con was 4K5. If he was put up something a little bit more reasonable, we could have probably seen a more closer match. And Jazz, whipty-whoopty, slap in the face, and he's going to get stunned. And now Mo doesn't like that very much. Going to continue out the tunnel out onto Jazz. He's just playing absolutely crazy right now. A lot better than his first and second chase. And now we have spotted out 6 starts working this 2 generator. He's coming for a body block as well to preserve the chase just a little bit longer so Jazz can make something else, maybe a different tile of some sort. But opts to drop the filler. Does he make this window? Mo got to be swinging for that. And you don't make that, unfortunately, Jazz. I was going to say on ping, but I don't think Jazz is on ping, as he is the only survivor in this trial that is actually from the Asian region. I do believe he is SEA, so unfortunately going to be getting hit through that window there. Going to see another generator in the background pop as well. And Bandit just really aggressive
Maybe
at the
just
moment.
spin
working-
around.
he does not give a damn. He's just in the killer's face, making sure that everything that needs to be done gets done. And now going to be taking this chase on 1. I don't know what the ping is like for this guy if he's actually not from the OCE region. So going to be opting to greed this pallet just a little bit more and now go all the way down to another pallet over in main, and he's just making work of this chase here. He's going to be playing this filler too, and this is a dangerous filler if you're not careful on the side of both the killer and survivor realistically. But Bandit faking it very nicely. He's going to opt to greet it, go back upstairs of main as well, and now going to be making this top pallet and greeting that too. That's crazy. And now going to be getting caught out at the corner, but pre-dropping that pallet very nicely. Mo mind gaming himself a little bit. Very hesitant to just kind of hold W, but eventually downs Bandit, and I do say that there would be some gen pressure in the background to maybe see 1 pop just before we hit this pain res. I'm bullshitting to you, Fizz.
Now we see that pain res get eaten. Not sure what generator got eaten, but who is Bandit and where did he come from? Because that was a nice chase bro just did that. I love how aggressive he's just been playing, just kind of, you know, playing for the team. You know, they didn't have the biggest win con that to go for, so you know they can kind of play as aggressive as they wanted to. And we see a nice hit come through onto 6 Hearts. 6 Hearts doesn't really have much to work with here. We only know that the shack pallet has been dropped and there's only this dodgy little filler pallet up on this hill, and that's just going to be another down here. We did see the unhook come through onto Bandit. Got this generator over down towards 7-6. I don't know the call outs on this map. Sorry guys. You know, we got that second down. We could pull this back and maybe get like 4K1 possibly. I don't know. We got dude have another pain res coming through. We got Bandit lurking in the background once again. Bro's just absolutely everywhere. Never mind that we got another generator over here, absolutely pumping as well. So, you know, they do have a fair bit of gen pressure at the moment. They could possibly pop all the generators, but if Mo plays this correctly, he can definitely get a 4K1 out of this. And especially how early Jazz did get deleted out of the trial. We see that very fast unhook. Mo just not ready. Can't even TP back. The unhook happening. Mo has to go all the way back across the map. Has to walk. Like you said, it's such a huge map. Bro's got to travel so far. So, going to be checking on the generator. Just trying to catch up to whoever this is. This is Bandit once again. Now we got another little chase onto Bandit. Just dodging these UVs absolutely perfectly. Like I said, I don't know where this guy's from, but he looks like he's TPing across the map when he's running. It's actually kind of funny to watch. But we do get that tag onto Bandit, trying to get a UV, trying to get a little bit of a pot shot. We do finally get that tag of the UV onto Bandit. Bandit's got these 2 little fillet pallets here, but they're not the best in the world unless you can play around them perfectly. We're going to be trying to drop that, but no, just through the center. We get a nice little tag onto Bandit, and that's going to be Bandit hitting the floor. We do see another generator pop in the background, and we see, I think that's 6 Hearts working on that generator over at 6. We're going to be trying to be leaving, but we do get a nice little UV snipe onto 6 Hearts. 6 Hearts just trying to leave to a pallet to anything. We do have a filler pallet here that we're kind of 50-50 around, but we are infected, and unfortunately just getting caught out there. A little bit of a mind game from Mo, you know, doing the little tongue thing. So just doubling back and getting hit there.
Yeah, definitely. Now I'm just going with the tongue thing. I like that one. I'm going to use that one from now on, but going to be taking another hook onto 6 Hearts here. And slowing the game down even more on the side of Mo. Well, yes, it is really protect this 7 generator and, you know, try to down someone else in the background. So maybe Bandit if he can spot out his tunnel out. But we're playing very passive here, so we are opting to look for somebody just stealthing for the unhook. We knew somebody was here too. That's crazy. It is JD. No, it's JD. Go for the unhook. If it's Bandit, I'm signing up for the night and locking off. There's just no way you send the injured guy out there to get the unhook while he's here. No, okay.
I mean, the way this guy's been playing, he definitely would go out there and unhook while he's injured.
You are right. But nevertheless, we
found him!
No, run away, Ben! No! Yeah, he's going to be going all the way down back into main with his drop pallet. He's going to have to eat a UVX tag, but maybe Mo could pull something spectacular here as he has tagged him, but we have teleported all the way back down to 7. Bandit going to be going back to work 11 as well. 6 Hearts in chase, probably somewhere around Shack at the moment. If our lovely spectator could please switch the screen so I can get, you know, a good look at the action, you know, with
the generator pop away.
The chase wasn't at Shack, but it was at 7, and he will be going down, and that will be 6 Hearts out of the trial.
I mean, Mo doesn't have the TP up. I think these guys, because they're doubling the generator, they can definitely get it popped. Yeah, look at that way that it's absolutely pumping away. And, you know, They're definitely going to pop this one. I did say that Mo could potentially get that 4K one, but oh wait, no, Bandit goes down and we do see the generator popping. Mo trying to get that cheeky down, but unfortunately not happening today. JD taking that tag, and I dare say Mo's just going to try and go for an orbital shot. Not quite happening. Just going to keep committing to this chase. As we already know, oh my god, who are the teams? Bleedout has taken the W on this set. Leopard, unfortunately, just getting absolutely dominated in their survivor side, but no, there's still a good match to watch.
Yeah, definitely, and it all really depends what they can do in the Mastermind set. I do presume it will be Mo once more taking that killer, as we did see him last season take it up for, I do believe it was a renewal at the time, so definitely stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a treat to watch, and hopefully he can put up an even better performance than he did on the Unknown. He's already put up a good performance. This is well above the average, as you would expect from a Unknown game, but unfortunately, like Fizz had mentioned,
pick. So maybe we'll see like another a flip. You know, maybe this time Leopard's gonna get that 4K for WinCon on their side. So as we load in, yes, we do have Mo in the killer. I was right, and we're loading in. See a cheeky little pop, pain res, brutal, and corrupt. Nice. I love this. Love this build. Actually, I don't know if I agree with pop. I'd much rather eruption over pop. That's just a preference of mine. Personally, I think pop's kind of useless in the long run. I don't think it really does much unless the generator is like really pumping away. And we are trying to find a survivor here. We do catch out the one and only Bandit. Oh, Bandit getting a nice stun there, just not getting that tag. We're trying to see the flashlight come through. And it does come through with the Champion's Light, so Mo's going to be absolutely slowed down, going Mach 0 right now. Not moving at all. We make it to the bus over here. Bus, very nice bus right now. I like this type of bus. It's got a very good palette, and Bandit's got phenomenal check spots, by the way, and we're just going to be dropping that. We don't want to chase Bandit. Bandit is too good at this game. Mo's going to be dropping that. Got to try and find another survivor. We do see Shaq getting worked on. Now, if we had Eruption, we could apply Eruption to that one, and then if we get that down, we got a little bit of regression, but you know, we got pop. I'm not playing killer, but anyway, we find a chase onto Jazz. Jazz is our tunnel out survivor, probably once again. We don't really have anything else to work with after dropping that filler at 7. We're going to try and get a tag here. Nice dodge there from Jazz. Jazz just trying to play as safe as possible. Unfortunately, we still get that tag onto Jazz. Jazz is going to play around this field. Just drop that stuff and just keep on running. Just trying to play around this tile. I dare say Mo's going to be breaking that to try and zone Jazz away from any type of resources. We do have this tile over here at 10. We're on the window side, so we only got the window to work. We do see 1 dash, do see 2 dash. 2 dash, unfortunately, not able to get Jazz. Jazz allowing Jazz to get the window and get the life off. It gets us all the way back towards the bus. Like I said, very nice bus. We do have this very good palette to work around. We're going to be dropping that instantly. Mo just going to be breaking that. We do know that Mo has brutal. I'm just going to be playing towards as many of these fillers as we can. We do know we got a filler over here. Jazz just holding W through to 10. Mo not ready for that, expecting Jazz to play around that tile, and no, Jazz isn't having any of it. We want to go towards our corrupt area and die as far away from these generators as possible. Oh, we already see a generator get popped in the background as well. These guys are playing absolutely insane. Jazz is doubling back here, getting zoned back towards this 10 side, and we do know we have a pallet over here, but unfortunately Mo's got his dashes back up when we miss one, and we're not dashing the second time. We're just playing way too patient and just allowing Jazz to get even more distance. And we know we've got another pallet over here. Jazz playing phenomenal, just going pallet to pallet, exactly what you want to do, but unfortunately this might just be the down here. Mo miss. Okay, Mo's just got Elastigo arms, and apparently it's Jazz then. That is going to be Jazz finally going down. Phenomenal chase there from Jazz, and as we see, the painters finally come through, but these guys have already popped 2 generators in the background. Insane gameplay right now.
for the first chase, 110%. Now, the only issue is there's nothing over that side of the map no more. I do think from 11 to 7, there's absolutely bugger all, so you definitely don't want to be chasing that way. And if you're going to be taking chase over from the 1 to 5 side, you're running into the generators. So, nevertheless, all things considered, still a very good first chase. You know, 1 stage, 2 generators gone for as a result of it. So, you know, can't really complain. So now we do see some scratch marks here leading over into the crane. And I think this is our ace player, JD, who will be camping this window vault very nicely. The balance prop coming in as well. Very nice stuff, and playing the check spots beautifully is going to make Mo go back all the way back to the tunnel out where the unhook had happened just moments ago. Now, where has Jazz gone? Jazz has gone all the way down into 9 once more, away from those generators being worked over at 3 and 1. Now, going to be preemptively vaulting the window and now playing around it, but I do think that he just eats this down, unfortunately, as he doesn't really have much to run on. And
Oh my
that
god,
will
I
be
thought they
that.
just got thrown and didn't go down. I was
No,
cooked.
it's been a little bit cooked on the side of the spectators. I can't lie, but that's just the DVD things, you know. The one trick that I've learned to use Fizz is just like look at the advertisement. You know, if he's down, then you know he's down. If you just look at him, you don't know if he's down or not. So
Yeah, I can't tell what's going on when I'm looking at these characters. I'll take your word of advice.
no worries. But Mo just going back on Gen Patrol now does have the nice, lovely hook over at the 9 side of the map, but it is nice and far away from the active. Probably would have wanted to hook somewhere a little bit more central, but I'm not too sure if he did get Painless value on his first hook and maybe was opting to go for it this second hook. But getting another nice slam onto JD. JD forced into the generators over at 3. And we're going to be committing this chase on the side of Mo. This doesn't have a lot of progress on it, though. So, you know, this isn't really the worst place to take chase at the moment. But he's going to opt to die in the corner, in the edge map of 3 on the side of JD. So pre-dropping that pallet doesn't really mean much, unfortunately. It's just going to be resulting in a down. Now, we are going to go for another pain res over at 5. And it does seem that we have a fair bit of progress all the way over at 2. Ben is going to have to hop on this very nicely and does so, which is really good on the side of the survivors. Good comms, good attentiveness from Bandit to realize that he was the most progressed generator. There is still 2 in the trial remaining that need to be finished. A total of 4 at the moment. Just really depends on what generators they choose to work. And I do believe that was all the way over at 1, trying to really break up those generators. You know, if you either get like 12 or 1 done, it's not really the end of the world. You really want to be breaking one of those 2 generators being worked. And you know, Bandit pre-leaving very nicely, has done a very good job, evaded Mo entirely, and this stealth is just stealth 100. He's played Elder Scrolls before, my god. Mo just absolutely missing Bandit, who seemed to be quite in the open, and even Jazz is there too, ready to hop back on the generator. They're going to hop that ass back on that generator and get that 1 generator done as soon as possible. Now, Mo just going to be pulling up power here, knows there's someone in this vicinity over at short 6. He's maybe anticipating that they're still stuck at the reset point. Wait, no, Jazz was at the other hill. Never mind. Yeah, I thought he was all the way over at 12 as to opposed of 6, but will be going down, unfortunately. Has made a good death location over at 6. So we're going to be taking another hook onto him. He is pain res though, so it doesn't really mean much that we hook him on a pain res. And it does seem that Bandit is going to be getting that generator all the way over at 1 finished just before our killer is able to interrupt it. So, I mean, you just kind of have to stick this at this point. You know, Mo's just like beelining it right now. But yeah, no fear. We do have Sprint Burst in hand to facilitate for the lackluster of distance that we had just moments before popping that generator. And now Mo going to continue the chase back onto Bandit. And this is looking like outs at the moment. Mo going to be dropping the chase though, doing the smart thing. But he does have to kind of commit something. He doesn't want to get too lost in just going back and forth between generators with no pressure. And it's going to be very unforgiving if he does that, because look at the spread he's given. He's got 12, 9, and 3. They're just so far spread apart that what do you really do in a situation like this if you are Mo? It's the perfect split almost, just about realistically. I would assume that the perfect split on a map like this is 12, Shaq, and 6. But nevertheless, JD going to be getting caught out and chase over at the crane once more. Going to be faking that window very nicely too. There's access to balanced landing, which is really going to forgive him for even if he does get caught out at the window, which he kind of does, but doesn't really. Got to be pre-dropping this pallet over at 5, though, so he really has to last. I don't know if Mo really takes a tag and opts to leave, but in all honesty, I do think that he should just realistically commit this and just camp out the extra stages on JD, because if he leaves this, you know, there's a high risk that he loses everything, and you definitely don't want that on the side of our killer. So Mo going to be committing the chase back onto JD, who's ran all the way into the corner of 6, going to be going down. No eruption on that generator, unfortunately. Like you had said, Fizz, I think that bringing an eruption would have been a little bit more beneficial to Mario, still opposed to bringing Pop Goes the Weasel. All the times we've seen Pop Goes the Weasel and Pain Res being brought as a combination has really screwed the killer over in the long run. So, you know, I just don't really agree with the perk selection. Maybe Mo had some other plans, but nevertheless, this will be the outs. I think this will be a 6-stage game, too fresh, so a little bit under the average. Not really the result you wanted, especially if you're Mo here, Fizz.
I mean, all I gotta say is don't chase Bandit. No, I'm kidding. It was Jazz.
Thomas and Ivy, but unfortunately, in A1Q, no score as well. But unfortunately, they're not going to be able to play unless they really get to the tiebreaker, which I do believe would be Dredge. So, you know, if Mo doesn't play the Dredge and we get Thomas to play the Dredge like we've seen him just a couple of weeks ago, then maybe we can see those guys play on the Survivor side. But that is yet to remain to be seen. This is going to be pretty difficult for the side of JD though to get under 6 stages. Above 6 stages. I don't think that Leopard's really going to give that willingly, even though that is a shallow win con in terms of obviously the of the killer. He doesn't really have to do too much, but he does have to do enough, and I think the survivors know that and aren't going to be giving up too many free tags easily. Going to be making sure they're in the correct positions and whatnot. And I'm going to jump out of my chair if they actually win this set, because holy, that would be a survivor performance. But that being said, JD going to be spawning all the way down into 7. And we do see the survivor spawn over at the top side of the map as well. So JD now going to take control over at this top mid side of the map. Not really seeing any crossovers at the moment, but we can only presume that they're stealthing somewhere within the area as they are trying to go cross up into the map. And we are going to be slapping the pallet in JD's face right off the bat. And I swear that would have scared you, Fizz, as I did hear you jump just a little bit. But we are going to continue the chase and throw the bro into the wall. Mo, it is Mo now being chased. Where did Mo come from? It was Gary just moments ago. Wasting Shaq, dropping Shaq pallet at 5. Pub players would be ripping you a new one there. But we are going to be missing the window on the side of JD. Mo just making it away very nicely now. He's going to have to play very carefully. Going to be dropping this pallet here over at mid 10, playing around the corner check spot, noticing that JD is going one way. JD going to be trying to cut him off and does so nicely. And this is not the start that you want, especially with Pain Res staring you in the eyes, Fizz.
I mean, even with this Pain Res, I don't think there was much gen progress on the board for that to really eat at a generator. I think there was that gen over there at 7 was getting worked on, but if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it hit that generator, and I don't think there was not much progress on there. So yeah, it was a Pain Res, but these survivors weren't really ready for Mo to just get tagged out of nowhere, just RKO'd from across the map. I don't even know where he came from, but I thought we were watching Gary get chased, and the next minute Mo's getting tagged. Insane. But we do see, these survivors are working away on a couple of generators. We do apply that eruption, so we have eruption over pop, but other than that, the build's pretty much the same here on the killer side. JD did get a very early down, and it is in a very good spot. We do have, we have that shack we can work around, the generator 9. We got a generator at, well, more 8, and then we got a generator towards that 12 to 10 side. So we can easily play around, at kind of a camp here and get Mo into that second stage. We see a 3 split happening. That I think they're just letting Mo go second stage here and just 3 splitting those generators, trying to get as much progress on the board as they can. I mean, it was such an early down. I think this is kind of what they got to do. I mean, they are playing for 6 stages. I think if Mo can get off this hook after a couple of generators pop, so we see 1 pop in the background. We know there's another one working at 6, and if Mo can have a juicy chase, if they even get him off the hook, if Mo can have a juicy chase, then they could potentially still get that win con. I mean, what are they going to get, like 5 stages out? So, they can't really give away too much, and they can't really let Mo die on this hook. He's got to last a little bit longer. We have another generator over at 12 getting worked on well. So they are splitting a lot of generators. I think this could possibly be, I was going to say it could have been a good time to go in there for the unhook, but no, I think we're just getting caught out there. We do see Gary going in. Come on, Gaza, get in there and get that unhook. It won't be a free unhook. It will be a tag, unfortunately. No! It's going to be a trade. It's not even going to be just a tag. We do get that trade. We see the eruption proc in the background. That's going to be Mo taking his last and final chase. We do have the crane here, but JD does have the ability to use his dashes right now. We're just going to be insta-dropping that, just trying to get as far away as we possibly can. We're going to be breaking that instantly. We do see, I think that was M going in for the pickup onto Gary. We need these survivors up, as we saw a little bit of an explosion happening. Now we're just playing around this filler tile at 10, dropping that instantly. We see another survivor here. Are we going to be going for bodies? We've got a couple of bodies coming in. M just playing for the team, dropping another pallet. Going to try and zone Mo back towards where these absolutely no pallets. He's just got to hold W. Hopefully M can get them somewhere across the map. We do see the dash come through. We see the tag come through onto M. M's just going to be holding W down towards 6. Mo needs to get his ass out of this area, and we're actually swapping. We're gonna go straight for M here instead of M's got nothing. We've got an absolute dead zone on this side of the map, and I think JD's happy to just kind of take this, just let Mo get away for now, as we're, like I said, we're playing for that 6-7 stage win con. And now these survivors can kind of reset Mo, and I dare say JD's just going to do the same thing again. Just sit around these 3 generators. We've got, like I said, we've got Shaq 11 and 8 over there. We've got the double reset happening over towards 3. I think JD's kind of sniffing that out as well. He sort of knows where they've gone off to, because we did see that generator pop in the background. So kind of know where where the survivors are. Or maybe not. Maybe he's checking too far down towards 6. Just checking over here, just kind of sussing it out. We do see the resets finally coming through. Hopefully we can get a spray on tomorrow. Otherwise, bro is cooked. And psych, he's just going to be hiding in lockers. We're playing hide and seek now.
Yeah, I mean, he did know there was a reset going on. I just think he didn't really have enough info to really go to a specific spot. He was more so trying to get LLS, and the boys over at Leopard did really well to realize that, hey, we need to be hiding. So, you know, obviously hiding behind the truck really was in their best interest, and now going to be taking this next chase onto Gary here. He has to be very careful now. Has to probably fake this window, and unfortunately getting hit through it. JD playing very patient to the last second, was able to get that tag and that down onto Gary. And this is bad news bears for all our team over at Leopard now. We're at the 5th stage of the the 4th stage. We haven't killed Mo yet. We're at the 5th stage because we're going to hit 2nd on the side of M. And we are going to cut off this survivor rotating all the way down to 9. How do you even get out of this situation if you're our survivors here? JD just going to go back to this hook now and cut off anyone going for the unhooks here. All he has to really do is commit one more chase, and I do believe that he has won the game, as he will win on fresh hooks, as he does have 3 fresh hooks at the moment. As it currently stands, he's just 1 stage behind the current win con that was really given, so... he's played in really well at the moment with 2 generators remaining. He's just trying to camp this till... yeah, this is a good... You know what? In all honesty, instead of monkey chasing someone to where something can spiral out of control very quickly, I would much rather him just camp the final stages and just, accept the trade. But, hang on. We fumbled the bag a little bit on this trade here. We're going to be chasing M now, who's going to be playing Peepo Fat, but we're going to play very patiently on the side of JD. Going to be eating that tag, though, with the endurance status effect, and we do get a gen in the background as a result of it. We do still need a down here. M just going to be needs to go on a generational chase to really preserve the stage, but unfortunately we'll be going down at the pallet, and once this hook commences, this will be a massive upset. Bleedout will be going ahead into the semi-finals against Lyra San Marine. You can't make it up.
I mean, what phenomenal gameplay there. That team was just absolutely locked in. They were like, these guys, even the previous game that we watched, Gospel versus Source, like, these guys just want to win. They want they want that grand prize, and it's unfortunate to see the little bit of an upset. I'm sure some people probably lost a little bit of that prediction money, unfortunately. But no, Bleedout have done such a good job. JD is an exceptional killer. I mean, he's just an well-rounded player, so it's good to see him play this game. And we're gonna take a final couple of chases. Like you said, game's pretty much over. We've got the win con. Now we're just going to play for the best result we can. Maybe we can get a 4K one out of this. Who knows? Oh, not quite getting that tag onto A71 using... I was going to say using that balance landing. No, it's like smash here, and that's just going to be a down over towards that crane. And Mo is finally going to try and get a spray onto himself. And we've got everyone here. I think we're just trying to get maybe get a couple of outs. I did see someone just kind of pumping away the generator, not getting recessed, not doing anything. Just trying to get the best possible outcome that they can. But I think there was another pain res on the board. We do see Gaza, classic Gaza, just sitting on that generator at Shaq, and Mo getting absolutely juked there by JD, just taking that throw. It's very unfortunate that they're getting thrown, because it just kind of allows JD to catch up a lot quicker than what just a smash against the wall would, and trying to go back to the hook, and damn, getting another throw onto Gaza. That's going to be a nice down there. Nice dashes from JD as well. Very fast downs, very good chases, just absolutely juicing out these survivors right now. And these guys just, they can't keep up. It's pain res after pain res, and that eruption coming on, you can kick like 3 generators and then just regress 3 generators at the same time after you get a down. And as fast as these downs are coming through, it's just it's been the perfect him to bring in. And now we're trying to take another chase onto A71 getting a nice stun there, nice little smash hit back over towards this 9 side, maybe just going in for the trade. I mean, what else do you got to do? It's whatever. The game's pretty much over, so they're just kind of trying to play for chasers right now, and A71's doing a phenomenal job here. We don't really have anything to work with. We've got a dropped filler pallet over here, but you know, it's a bit of a 50-50, and can we get it? We do win the 50. JD not quite making it, but we're going straight back over towards Gary, trying to get Gaz around, and they do pop that generator, so we're not going to be seeing a 4K1 on the JD side, but regardless, he has already, like you said, already taken that W, and we will be seeing Bleedouts in those semi-finals, and another juicy dash onto A71 taking that tag, and they're going to be going down any second, and yeah, there we go, we see the down. Ooh, will we be seeing Mo get out of this match? Or oh, he's going in for the final save onto Gary. Will he get Gary off the hook, or is Gary going to be dying? And we see Gazza getting off the hook. Let's go, Mo, playing for the team.
No, yeah, he's definitely done well in that regard. You got two survivors finally in chase for what seems to be the final chase of the trial. I mean, JD just unable to capitalize on Mo, unfortunately, here. Going to be playing this 11 tile very nicely. I'm still just mesmerized by the fact that, you know, the guys at Bleedout did it. I mean, against all odds as well. Like, yeah, at the start of the season, you depicted that Leopard would actually make the grand final, and now, you know, Bleedout, who have been in the tournament for ages now and realistically have only made the finals, have really hit the semis now. So, nah, kudos to them. They've played extremely well, and we do spot out Gary. We're not given any mercy gates here, unfortunately. This will be the 4K0 for JD as he goes on to find the down survivors. But what does that mean for next week, everyone? Well, there's only 4 teams left in the competition, as we have said goodbye to 4 teams this week. So we'll be saying hello to Zetsubo vs Gospel for a rematch of the grand final, but this time is semis. And then we'll be saying hello to Lyris and Marine vs Bleedout in another semi-finals next week, and hopefully they happen on 2 different days. There will be best of 5s. We'll be keeping you guys up to date with what happens there. Obviously, throughout the Discord and match scheduling, you'll be able to see when they are on. And as probably per announcements, as these are relatively big matches for everyone to want to watch. You know, you've been here a long time, and, you know, this tournament's been going on for 2 months now, but unfortunately,